It's one of the country's biggest mysteries that started along the West Coast. Who is the Zodiac killer?
The so-called Zodiac killer, one of America's most prolific serial murderers.
Hunting for their next victim in the 1960s. At least 5 confirmed victims. The Zodiac claims to have killed 37 while taunting detectives and the press with encoded letters. Could the decades-long mystery finally be solved?
Breaking news involving the Zodiac killer case.
2 Arkansans think so, in what could be a key piece of evidence. And last year, the Case Breakers, a team of cold case investigators, garnered national attention on a podcast after claiming to have found new evidence that revealed the identity of the serial killer.
While police refute the investigators' claims, we're learning the group may be releasing more evidence soon. And 2 Jonesboro natives have a front row seat. Here's Fox 16's Mitch McCoy with the podcast and evidence that we're learning about for the very first time.
With mics and a hefty case file.
3, 2, 1.
George, Jared, and Andrew Brown are connected to the world
Interesting fact.
through their podcast.
Let's get into the Zodiac killer case.
From George's home studio in Jonesboro.
We focus in on some of these high-profile cases.
Victims deserve a voice to help stop evil in the future.
The duo shines light on dust-filled cases.
We have teams that work on each individual case.
George, a published true crime author and former newspaper reporter, says he's not scared to go head-to-head with the accused. He says his pursuit to justice led him to a group of cold case investigators.
Because of my, I guess my background and my experience, they asked me to join the Zodiac team.
They span the world. They are known as the Case Breakers.
New at 9, a cold case investigative team says they've identified the Zodiac killer.
Known as one of America's most prolific serial murderers.
The Case Breakers claim the Zodiac killer is a man who died back in 2018.
Preying on victims in the 1960s, police confirmed the Zodiac killer murdered at least 5 people, sending a trail of cryptic messages to detectives and newspapers. This past October, the team unveiled what they say is evidence and discussed it during George and Andrew's podcast, Diamond State Murder Board.
We had some breaking news today involving the Zodiac killer case.
On the line, their case partner, a former Army counterintelligence agent who was tipped off by a news reporter.
The basic premise of his email was like, you know, I work in journalism and I think, and I've written a manuscript on the Zodiac case, and I think I figured out who it is.
This guy was sitting at his house, and he just started playing with the anagrams with this guy's name, and it started working.
I said, oh my gosh, he got it. And I wrote him back and I said, you got this. I mean, this has to be right.
We're getting coordinates to certain places, like around Lake Tahoe.
There was not exactly a piece of evidence from a victim or particular crime that Zodiac committed, but there was enough evidence up in this tree that matched up perfectly with the salt anagram.
The Case Breakers' so-called suspect is a man that died several years ago. But detectives in California say the group has the wrong suspect. George says the Case Breakers will be releasing more details in the near future.
There's some DNA testing going on behind the scenes and some other stuff.
The fact that these victims didn't get a chance to say anything, and we're trying our best to help with that.
Andrew and George know the hunt for justice is a long road. But armed with microphones and a mission to expose killing secrets,
I'm not afraid to confront people.
they'll do it one recording at a time.
Very interesting.
It sure is.
Now, as far as the Zodiac killer, the last authenticated letter arrived at the San Francisco Chronicle on January 30th, way back in 1974.
And we are not identifying the man the group thinks is the Zodiac killer in light of law enforcement's claims. George and Andrew are going to CrimeCon in April, and we have a link to their podcast on fox16.com. You can go there and hear more.